Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 9th. This week, we are going to jump right in here. You have this card. It says, Spirit has your back. You also have this horse spirit. It says, freedom is yours. So a lot of you could be setting yourselves free. I mean, you have the Queen of Swords as your first card. She's not really a card of freedom, but she is able to see things clearly for the first time. You know, she only has clouds halfway up her body, and that could definitely represent her gaining freedom of clarity or something like that. So a lot of you could be getting clarity on something this week, or you could be understanding something on a very deep level. This could also be a really solid offer coming in for you with that Page of Pentacles. This could be any type of offer. I'm not just talking about love here. This could be like a work offer or a business offer. And, again, the Queen of Swords, she's kind of like cautiously optimistic. So she has her hand up, but she also has her sword up. So she sees the offer, but she's not getting like too excited about it, Cancer. And I do feel, I don't know. Like, I feel like you should open up to this offer, whatever it is. It could literally be any type of offer. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be cautiously optimistic, but I kind of feel like this reading is saying it would be safe for you to accept an offer into your life. Especially if you're looking for something like a job and you need a job, then I definitely feel this could be something that would be really good for you. I also feel there's like some sort of transformation here. The Queen of Swords, she's not really a card of transformation, but kind of. She has this little butterfly right here that's kind of hard to see, but the butterfly can be a transformation or a change or a metamorphosis that you are going through. And I do feel that like there is a change. We end with the Judgment card, and Judgment is about understanding your purpose, like why you are here on Earth. The other crazy thing is we go Star, Sun, Judgment. These two together are like fame and fortune, and or just like really positive attention. And so, clearly the universe is leading you in a direction. It's like the universe is leading you towards the Judgment card or something like that, and it looks good to me. You have the Four Swords. Four Swords can be resting, relaxing, recovering, or healing. So a lot of you could be going through like a little bit of a healing at this time, which I think would be really good for you. I also feel that some of you have been asking for something. This has been coming up for you for quite a while, Cancer. He's hoping and praying for a blessing. There's a person blessing another person in this stained glass window. But I'm pretty sure like your past few readings have basically said like what you've been asking for is coming true. So I'm not sure why this keeps coming up other than like, I don't know, maybe sometimes we ask for something, we just don't think that it's possible that we're going to get it. And when we get it, we don't see it. So like the Page of Pentacles is something that you have to see, and I think you need to believe it as well. The other problem here is that we have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. Five of Pentacles wants us to focus on our strengths, of course, and so I think you need to focus on all the reasons that you can have something, and not the reasons why you can't. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is like slow, steady progress. I do feel like you're making progress here. I always say I don't really like the Knight of Pentacles because he's the only knight in the tarot that isn't making a move. But this is a very positive reading. I mean, you have the Sun and the Star together, which is great. You have the Six of Cups, Judgment. The only challenging card you really have is the Five of Pentacles. And again, fives have very easy solutions. The solution of the Five of Pentacles is to just believe in yourself more. The Five of Pentacles just says you have to believe that you can do something, and when you believe it, you can. So, I think this is pretty simple here with the Knight of Pentacles, and, that's basically it. So, let's see. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Page of Cups. Yeah, it could be a love offer for some of you. You start and end basically with the Page of Cups. This could be any type of offer, because the Page of Cups can also be a dream. I'm going to show you on the bigger card just because it's easier to see, but he has that fish in that cup, and that fish is like something that he's imagining or something that he's wishing for. And again, your vision is finally clear, is what that Queen of Swords is saying to me, to you, is that you are seeing things clearly. You are understanding what you need to do to bring this dream down to earth. So, again, I think you are clear. With the Four of Swords, you have the Death card. Death can definitely be a transformation. I literally said it on that Queen of Swords. It's almost like I'm psychic or something. I don't know. I was getting something about transformation or change happening on that Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords doesn't necessarily represent that, but now that we have the Death card, there's definitely a change that's happening. We have the two pillars from the sun that are right here, and the sun is coming up between those two pillars, and we have the sun. Those two pillars are on the moon card, and so the Death card can kind of say like the sun is coming up, or, this white rose on his banner kind of represents the light at the end of the tunnel. And so you could be seeing the end of something. It's like you're getting to the end of a long journey, or you're seeing that you are very close to the end of a long journey. And of course, I think that will be very beneficial for you, probably lead to a lot more success. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It says when you know that something is for you, it's for you. It's a card of like really believing something and being convicted in your beliefs, which I think definitely with the Knight of Pentacles, he has these empty fields behind him. And so he has to believe that he can accomplish what he's setting out, the growth that needs to happen in that field behind him. And with the Seven of Wands, it kind of says that you are ready. You always get these cards with me recently. Only, I would say this year, really, is when this started to kick off for you, that you are, I don't know that you're like over-prepared. The Fool, believe it or not, is my card of being over-prepared. And I don't think we get the Fool for you like a lot. We get it sometimes, but, not like a lot. But I kind of feel like you are very close to being over-prepared, which basically says, it's time to get started. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Choose a Path card. It says, there are many paths before you, but you may only choose one. Page of Pentacles. You have this Dragonfly Spirit. It says, shift your way of thinking and tackle the issue from a different angle. Yeah, everybody has to do this. I mean, we're in a time of innovation. We're in a time where if we learn to do things differently, we will definitely find more success. So I think that it's time for you to kind of look at different angles of doing things in your life, or, whatever you're trying to accomplish. I also feel it's time to like make a choice on the wish with that Four of Swords. Four of Swords isn't really a wish, but again, he's hoping and praying for a blessing. And so there's clearly like some sort of blessing that you're hoping for, and I think you need to move towards that blessing, whatever it is. You have the Page of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and the Star. The Page of Pentacles can represent like good news coming in for you, or communication coming in for you as well. So I feel like there could be a lot of communication coming in for you with the Page of Pentacles. Could be good news as well. I also feel that the Page of Pentacles could be you like starting something new. So if you're thinking about starting something new in your life, I think this card is saying like go through that transformation with the Queen of Swords and the Death card, because it's going to lead to a lot of growth. Page of Pentacles is the card of studiousness, so we have to usually learn new things with the Page of Pentacles to be successful, but usually it's worth it with the Page of Pentacles, so I definitely feel that. You have the Five of Pentacles. I think this is what Cancer has to get over, is like feeling left out in the cold, feeling like they can't do things, feeling like you're not good enough to have something or do something or go for something. Like you really need to, believe in yourself, I feel, with the Five of Pentacles. I feel like you really need to believe that you can accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. I feel like you really need to believe that you can, overcome any challenges that might come up, because, I think you can. The other point of the Five of Pentacles is there's this church behind them, which represents a place of sanctuary. The card itself says there's a place you can go where you can receive sanctuary. It might be in your head. It might be something that you do. It might be an actual place. But if you are feeling left out in the cold, I feel like the Five of Pentacles is saying there's really no reason for you to feel left out in the cold, because you have options. Next, you have the Star card. Star is amazing, of course. Definitely the Sun and the Star is even more amazing. The Sun and the Star together can represent fame and fortune. Of course, that doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to be famous, but it can be amazing for attention. So if you are hoping to get attention or hoping to stand out in some way, that's exactly what I would do with the Star card, is like focus on standing out. The other thing is with the Seven of Wands next to it, I always say this right here is the pool of universal consciousness. And I believe that she needs to get into that pool of water, and she needs to make like 110% commitment to the dream. She can't just dip her toes in the water. So if you are thinking about doing anything, I think the Star card is saying it's time to make that full 110% commitment to whatever you're thinking about getting started on, because if you go all the way, you will be successful. If you just dip your toes in the water, then you won't. And so I think this is saying, like, it's time to answer the call. It's like you've been being pulled towards something for a long time. Can't make this up. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Fool. Like I said, the Fool, he has this tiny little sack on his back, and he's about to go through the whole entire major arcana. This is why I say he can sometimes represent being over-prepared, because he's only bringing that tiny little sack on this huge, long journey. It kind of says he has everything he needs right here, right between his two ears. So there's a lot of success for him if he makes his move, if he gets started, and I definitely feel it's time for you to get started. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands can be a card of commitment. We have the Seven of Wands, which is, they're kind of similar, because the Seven of Wands is a card of conviction, and it's like, to make a commitment, you have to be convicted. You have to be, sure that something is going to work or something is going to go your way. We also have that Star, which, she needs to commit to the pool of water. She needs to go all the way into something. So sure, the Four of Wands can represent love or, marriage, but I kind of feel this reading is more talking about commitment to the dream, commitment to the star, which is your dream. With the Star, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is like straightforward, diligent work. He's putting the work into those Eight Pentacles. Very simple process. If you are working towards a dream, Eight of Pentacles just says, what are the simple steps you can take to manifest that dream, whatever it is. And it kind of says, like, the straightforward, simple steps, that is the answer. That is what is going to make you successful, is just taking those simple, straightforward steps towards something. And if you do that, you will find success. So, I would just take those simple steps towards whatever you're trying to accomplish. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this potential card and this trust card. Yeah, I feel like this could be like a mountain that's in front of you, but it looks like a good mountain. The problem with potential is potential means nothing. Potential is just what you put into something is what you're going to get out of it. So it's kind of like you're having to trust that something is going to meet the potential that you have visualized for yourself, or, whatever you want to call it. And so there's like a little bit of, I don't know that I would call it blind trust, but I do feel like there is a little bit of kind of like blind trust going on here, where it's like you're having to trust that something is going to work for you or something is going to be successful for you, and you're kind of having to go for it. And this could be like an opportunity or an idea. You have the Six of Cups, the Sun, and the King of Wands. The Six of Cups can represent a turnaround, of course. The Six of Cups can represent an opportunity that's coming in for you. And, basically Six of Cups is innocence and nostalgia. And what I wanted to say is that sometimes I think the Six of Cups can be a gift from the universe. Usually the gift we receive from the Six of Cups is a turnaround, meaning we've been bumping up against an obstacle, and now we can overcome the obstacle more easily. And so I think for a lot of you that this could be like some sort of obstacle that you could be overcoming in your life. And it's like you're getting the opportunity to overcome that obstacle with the Six of Cups. So I feel pretty good about that Six of Cups. And it could be love, by the way. We have the Page of Cups twice in this reading. And so if you're looking for a love connection, this could be a solid love connection. You have the Sun. The Sun is like happiness and joy coming in for you. So I do feel that there could be a lot of happiness and joy coming in for you with the Sun. The Sun is also like a big yes from the universe. That's what I'm hearing. I almost never say that, but I am getting like a yes for you here, Cancer. Like whatever you're thinking about, I feel like you need to go for it. And I think you really need to make it happen at this time. The sun is shining on you, is what the sun says. So, you could be getting a lot of attention or really standing out at this time. Pisces also had a reading that was kind of all about standing out or getting attention. So if you're hoping to stand out in like work or business or anywhere else in your life, I feel like this could be attention. You have the King of Wands. King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want. And definitely with the Seven of Wands, Four of Wands, and the Star, I definitely feel it's time to make that, 110% commitment to something and like really make it happen, whatever you're trying to make happen. The King of Wands is like bold and assertive, and he really goes for things. So I definitely feel it's time for you to like really go for something that you're trying to create in your life or trying to make happen. And that's what I would be doing with this card, is like really going for it. I do feel like you feel very driven to me as well. Six of Cups, if we had another 6 here, I would feel really good about that Six of Cups. I do feel good about it, but another 6 would kind of say you're on the right path. But I do get this like very driven feeling from the King of Wands for you. I feel like you could be feeling very driven or very motivated, or like, something is going to be successful for you. And that's just kind of what I feel there. With the Six of Cups, you have the Lovers. Definitely could be love, of course, coming in for you here. So if you're hoping for a connection, there could be a very strong connection with the Lovers, and it could be something that makes you very happy. So I like to see that. The Lovers can also be kind of like for some reason I feel like there could be good news about love coming in for you. I don't know what that means. So if you're hoping that this person is interested, it could be good, you receiving good news about it. With the Sun, you have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like some of you could be holding yourself back from your own happiness. Like, I don't think that's totally true. But, with the Five of Pentacles here and the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles could say that there is something that could make you very happy if you go for it, if you really make it happen. But it's like you have to have the bravery to do it, whatever it is. This could be like, again, accepting a new job position, going for a new type of job, or, whatever the case may be, and, really making it happen. And that's what I would do with that Four of Pentacles. With the King of Wands, you have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is like conflict and competition. So I feel for some of you that you could be fearing conflict or competition, especially if there's like with the Sun and the Star here, if there's a goal or something that you're trying to achieve, or, a position you're trying to get, the Five of Wands could be you seeing the competition and understanding that there's a lot of competition to have success with whatever it is, right? And I think these two cards are saying, you have to be brave enough to face the competition, or you have to be brave enough to, put yourself in a position where you can overcome the competition or something like that. So, again, I think this is encouraging you to be brave. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this card that says love on it. Definitely could be love. It says, love is the greatest of successes on the path to prosperity. Who can you fully experience abundance with? It says, this card always trips me up. It says, who can you fully experience abundance without it? I don't know. It never makes sense to me, but there you go. You have this inner work card. It says, don't be afraid to prioritize your spiritual growth and spiritual development. Health and wellness are necessary to enjoy an abundant life. So both cards are about health or about like abundance and creating abundance through doing things that you want to do. The love card could just say, you don't have to have love. This could say that you have to do more things that you do love so that you can experience the full abundance of love. Again, that doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could be something else. You have the Judgment card, the Page of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. The Judgment card is like a wake-up call. So I think a lot of you could be having some sort of wake-up call at this time. And, this could be about something that is standing out to you. It's coming up in the good stuff, but, it's like the Judgment can be not really shocking, but we can all of a sudden understand something. It can kind of be like a revelation. And that is more the feeling that I get off of this Judgment card, is that you could be having some sort of like revelation or wake up call or like new understanding about your life. And I think listening to that new understanding or listening to your inner voice or that revelation would be very beneficial. So listen, right? You have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups could be like a love offer coming in for you. So I think that there could be some sort of offer or love offer that's coming in for you at this time. There could be some good news that's coming in for you, I feel, here as well. Like I said, the Lovers was telling me good news. You do have the Page of Pentacles, which can also be good news. Normally, we look at the Knights as messengers, but I don't know, whatever. I read intuitively, and sometimes I think the Pages can also represent good news. The Page of Cups can definitely be an admirer, so if you're looking for love, I feel this could be a strong love connection. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is your opposite sign, Capricorn, and Queen of Pentacles is about resourcefulness. We have Jupiter going into Cancer in the middle of June, and I think this is going to be very good for you, Cancer. You could be, increasing your abundance or doing things to increase your abundance. You could be doing things to make more money or to improve your finances. I think all those things would be good for you. We also have this rabbit right here, and the rabbit can represent multiplication. So a lot of you could be kind of like multiplying your successes, or you could be finding more success in your life with that rabbit card, and but through multiplication, right? So I would be looking at activities that you do that multiply. I would be looking at things that you do that create more of a result. And, again, that's what I would focus on with that card. With the Judgment card, you have the Four Swords. Four Swords is what you prayed for. Right here. We have it twice. And like I said, it's like you have been hoping and praying for something. And I feel like the universe is finally responding. It's like the universe is finally bringing you to something that you've been hoping you would get. And this could be like a sudden understanding or, a sudden revelation you're having on how to get what you've been wishing for. With the Page of Wands, you have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands can be a card of a passionate new beginning. And I think that a lot of you could be having some sort of passionate new beginning here with the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands can also say that, it's out with the old and with the new. So a lot of you, if this is love, this would be a passionate new connection coming in for you, something that probably makes you very happy as well. So I like to see that. I also feel that for some of you, this could be like desire increasing. And again, this doesn't have to be love. I do think that it is time for Cancer in general to invite more like good desires into their life, like doing more things that you desire to do. Creating more desire, doing things that fulfill you more, things like that. So I think the Ace of Wands could be saying that. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords says, like, where are you limiting yourself? The Eight of Swords is a card of only seeing one way of doing things when there are many. It's coming up in the good stuff. So, it could say that you are finally setting yourself free. But at the same time, I think that you could be kind of like understanding things on a deeper level. You have this Quill card. It says, get back to basics. Yes, don't overcomplicate things. I'm actually going to skip forward here because you have this Mice card. It says discord among family or friends, but I'm going to pull you another card because I think these two cards are connected. I think it's saying, mice worry too much about the little details. They're almost too detail-oriented. I think just keeping things simple is kind of like a ticket to success for you. The extra card that I'm pulling for you says hidden secrets can harm you. I would just be careful of secretive people. I think everybody needs to be careful of people who are like too secretive, who aren't open, who don't share things, all that other stuff. You have this Whale. It says great worry over nothing. Five of Pentacles. I think you need to get out of your head and, clearly things are working out for you. And I think you need to say that to yourself. You have this Hammock card. It says taking a vacation physically or mentally. Four Swords twice. Like you probably need a vacation or you probably need a break. So I think a lot of you, probably need some sort of break or need to take a break at this time. You have this Goldfish. It says increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Love it. The reading is very positive. Sun and the Star. Sun makes the whole entire reading more positive. So there definitely could be some sort of increase in wealth. But this looks pretty good here, Cancer. I like it. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.